guys, and welcome back to Gorehounds. What do you think of the new intro? Huh? So today we're jumping right in with the short film Catcalls. Originally released in 2017, Catcalls pulls inspiration from true events and finds a way to twist them into a short and gory allegory about a man who sought out cheap thrills but got more than he bargained for before ending up like this.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
I stumbled across this movie on Shudder and I started watching it thinking it was something else. But within a few minutes of watching it, I went from, well, that escalated quickly, to, what? To, it's done already? And that's no disrespect for the movie, I just think there's a lot to digest within a 9-minute snippet. Now, for those of you who may have been in lockdown for longer than 2020 and are completely unfamiliar with the term of catcalling, let me fill you in. Catcalling falls under the definition of street harassment, which I'll just leave here for you to read because
I ain't your mama.
Now, catcalling and street harassment has become a big issue within the last decade. I mean, just look at the number of videos and articles about it. But it's been going on long before that. I mean, quite frankly, you could just do a recording of a woman walking down the street in a sundress and that would be more than sufficient for a horror movie. So now that we've covered that should give you a bit more context for where this movie is about to go. The movie begins with Paul cruising the streets before he finds two victims that just about suit his preference. He stops Maeve under the pretense of needing directions. In the meanwhile, Aoife's doing Iggy in the spotlight. Yes, Hunty, you wanna be on top? Paul thinks this is the perfect time to reveal his shiitake mushroom. Having all the material he needs, Paul speeds away and finishes up for the night. Literally. And to make matters worse, not only has he potentially traumatized somebody's daughter, but then he continued his perversion outside somebody's home, because we all want a view of that. And lo and behold, he's married! Congratulations! Husband of the year, everybody! Really makes you want to go out and buy a wedding dress, huh? He actually looks pretty disappointed with himself, and I mean, considering all that we've seen, he should be. Having had his glass of milk, Paul finishes up and goes back inside to face his bleak reality of being a shitty husband. However, Paul is confronted by an ominous figure standing in the middle of the street, and seeing as he left the majority of his courage on the tissues inside his car, he runs away and seeks safety indoors. Unable to explain to his wife why he looks so nervous, Paul and his wife Jenny spend a few moments showing us the secret to marital bliss, staying in separate rooms as much as possible, leaving as soon as your partner comes home, and not saying exactly what's on your mind when your partner asks you a stupid question. Terrified of what might be on the other side, Paul tries to prevent Jenny from opening the door, but Karma has a twisted sense of humour, so it delivers him a little present.
Help! Can you help?
Oh, shit!
I'm sorry, my phone.
Are you okay? Are you hurt? Paul, I'm already late for work. Can you call the guards for what's your name?
Maeve.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Now, of course, Paul doesn't call the police because if he did, then he'd have some explaining to do. And you also might think, well, this is the twist. Now she's gonna get her revenge. She can tell the wife exactly what he's been doing. I mean, look at him. You can already see him trying to fabricate his story. But it doesn't quite go down that way. And this is the part that left me slightly confused. Now, the reason why I say I get a bit confused by this scene is because I don't 100% understand why they killed Jenny. She was the one trying to help. And isn't your revenge supposed to be on Paul is the true heart of the misinterpretation of feminism, meaning that women can no longer use innocence as their Uno skip card, which ultimately means they're fair game in horror movies? Is the fact that the cat is eating the woman supposed to be ironic? Or is it that in any form or size, cats will always be dicks? Either way, by the end of it all, the car is rocking for a very different reason, and Paul ends up being Kitty Chow, resulting in the predator becoming the prey. The movie ends with Aoife and Maeve again being sexually harassed after an eventful evening. Now I know the whole point of these videos and these reviews are to try and make them more entertaining, so you may make jokes along the way. But this particular segment shows these guys being particularly aggressive. And while this movie may portray Catcalls to the extreme, and obviously the results of it to the extreme, these sorts of situations do actually happen. And it makes it very uncomfortable to be a woman in particular situations, whether that's walking at night or walking around in an area where there's a group of males. And more often than not, if you don't respond the way that they want, you get attacked, whether it's physically or verbally, and that's quite scary. I think there are probably a lot of us that actually wish we were these women, where we could transform into cats so we'd have 9 lives and 9 opportunities to exact revenge. But I actually quite enjoyed this short film. I thought it did quite a lot to fit quite a serious issue into such a short time frame and do a lot with it, and it sends a powerful message. While the focus here is primarily on women, it does happen to men as well. But I also like how it showed that shift in the power dynamic. This movie actually reminded me a lot of this comic strip that I saw on WordPress. Dave's drawings are actually really good, so you should probably go and check him out. He didn't tell me to tell you that, by the way, I just found it by accident. There is just a particular report that I did want to share with everyone that I came across recently. And I can't include the entire thing for obvious reasons, but I'll just include a few snippets.
Filming their boyfriend's reaction to some of the crass and brazen catcalls.
Thank you, sir. I think that men are really surprised that we face this because they don't face the same issue when they go walk to the drugstore.
One of the women featured in this video is Tessa Hirsch, an actress who lives in Brooklyn.
I feel scared and angry at them, but
Come on man, really? So just a short one from me today guys, but I hope you enjoyed watching. I know it's a bit serious, but I'll come back with something a bit more light of heart next time. But thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and share and pass it on to your friends. I'm really trying hard to make this channel grow, but I know I'm not doing a great job with the timing. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!